Hello YouTube, video on how to repair an expanding garden hose that has got a couple holes in it. These are the tools you're going to need to do it. It's not really that hard, but these tools are going to make it a lot easier. A pair of vice grips. I prefer the kind with the bent end on them. You just get a better angle. Need something to cut the hose with. I just use garden shears or scissors. You're going to need 2 vice grips to hold the hose in place, some soap, some duct tape, a couple of hose clamps. Those are 1/4-inch hose clamps. I think they're 1/4-inch. They're number 4 at your big box store. And that coupler is a 1/2-inch coupler, 3 inches long. You can find that in the irrigation system, like the lawn irrigation system of your hardware store. And then some type of vice grip or bench vise to hold everything in place. So the process for me was turn the water on, identified the hole, turn the water off, put masking tape or duct tape around the hole. You bring it inside, drain all the water out, and you put a vice grip on each side of where the hole was. And the reason you're doing that is you have to hold this surgical tubing in place. If you cut it first, that tubing is going to retract pretty far up the hose. This was a 100-foot hose, and the first time I did this, I probably lost 20 feet of hose. That's how difficult it was to retrieve any of that, the inner hose, the surgical tubing, back out of there. When you make the cut, the next thing you're going to do is put a severe angle on that hose, on the inner hose. The reason you're going to do it, it's going to make it easier to get it on that coupling, and you can see the angle that I use there. But you really need to have a strong angle on it. Take the coupling and you're going to put it in your bench vise or whatever you got to hold it in place. I use some old soap just to lubricate the barbs on it. These aren't threads, so you can't screw it down. They're barbs, so you're going to have to push it down. And that's really the most difficult part of the repair, is getting that hose over the coupling. But if you put some soap on it, if you cut it at a sharp angle, if you've got something that'll hold it in place securely, and you use some needle nose pliers, it's not really that hard. The process for me was, when I had it in the vise, I took this long portion here, once I made the sharp angle, and I put that on what would be the back side. If I had it in the vise like this, it'd be away from me. And I pushed it down as far as I could with my hand, my fingers, and then I just held the back side. It was in the vise. I just held the back side in place, and I pulled the front side using the needle nose pliers. I pulled the front side, which would be this portion of the angle right here. I grabbed a hold of that with a curved needle nose and just pulled it over the top. You don't have to get it very far over the top, but be very careful. You have to have a lot of pressure on the back side with I use my index finger to hold the long portion in place. You hold that in place. Once you get the short side started, it's fairly easy to snug it down. You just have to kind of keep pushing on it, and that's why you need a nice bench vise to hold it in place. You just keep pushing on it, and eventually it slides down. I slid this down. You can see even the short side clears all the barbs. Might not be focused very well, but even the short side clears all the barbs. And the long side goes to about the middle of the coupler. I'll take this portion, do the same thing, and try and put it on the opposite way so I can get the long side here and the short side here, so they'd match up nice and tightly. And that's just a matter of bringing the sheath back over the coupler and putting a couple of worm clamps on there, and it holds it in place. I've done this part of it. Give me a second here. Well, screw it, I'm not going to do it. You guys are just going to have to trust me on it. I'll get that other part on there, then put it back together again. But it's not really that hard. Again, this is what I use: some needle nose, some shears to cut it, some duct tape to mask the hole, some soap to make it slide on there easier, a couple of vice grips, coupler, and the hose clamp. And again, those vice grips are absolutely critical. If all you do is cut that hose, you're screwed. It's going to retract up there pretty far. Appreciate you watching it. Got any questions or any suggestions, please leave them below. Thanks, guys.